Hello, gorgeous, and a warm welcome to Accepting. I'm Aline, your host, and in this very special episode, we're outside under the tree of love with the beautiful Ylwa, who has the most incredible horse sanctuary in Sweden and so much more. She's the most beautiful person, wonderful horse whisperer, and she's kindly come on today. We're both in nature to feel into our sensitivity, beautiful sentient being sensitivity, and living in this world. So grab yourself a cup of tea, get yourself cozy. Let's dive in.
Good morning, Aline.
Good morning. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi.
So lovely to see you. I can see. It's so, yeah, that's gorgeous. It's so beautiful to see you, my lovely.
It's so beautiful to see you too.
Oh, I might cry.
Yeah. I'm going to cry as well. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah. So, how are you, beautiful?
Right now, I'm feeling really good, actually, but it's been a tough year,
Yeah.
a challenging year of many reasons, but I'm extremely grateful for it because it's through challenges we grow, right? So
Yeah,
here I
absolutely.
am, prepared for 2026.
Yay. We've all done some shedding, haven't we, with the wood snake?
Yes, a
and
lot of.
and yeah, and the year 9 as well of the 9. We've all been in a cycle of 9 as the world. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we've all experienced so much. So, can you tell me a little bit about? You have a beautiful sanctuary for horses.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit how that transpired?
Uh, Actually, it started with my own healing.
Yeah.
I have been through, I have survived a relationship with a psychopath, and it marked me for life. So it has taken me a very long time to recover from it. And the horses was a big part of the journey for me. And most of all, my genial, my 29-year-old Arabian horse, who is still with me today, he was the one who brought me back to life afterward, actually, because with him, I took one breath at a time. And through my own healing, me and my husband Mats started to get interested of why people always talking about problem horses,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
we with the background and everything, I've learned that the problem always has a root cause, and the problem we see is the symptom of the root cause. So I guess I healed by pinpointing the root cause. So maybe we could do the same with the horses. So we
Gorgeous.
started to take care of horses that no one else wanted because they were called dangerous, problem horses, all kinds of horses, and they got a home here, of a life home, and we signed an agreement with them, a spiritual agreement, when they came to us, that this is your final home. You're never going to move from here, because often with problem horses, they go from another home to another home to another home. So it's a
They're
very
just nervous and wondering what's happening next. That's so beautiful.
exactly.
I am going to cry.
Yeah, I also get very emotional talking about it still. So that's where it started, and we bought this farm in 2011, and it's a beautiful place, and very, you can feel when you are here that it has very high energies.
Mm,
It's in a place where people have lived since the year 700, I think, and we have a lot of astronomical phenomena, aurora borealis and starry nights, and it's so beautiful. So a perfect place for healing.
Mm.
So
So that
so
sounds absolutely incredible. I mean, I've seen videos. I am coming to visit you. That goes without
yes, you
saying.
have to.
And it's just when you share so beautifully about everything that's happened there, and you're sharing the aurora borealis, and you can just feel that energy through your videos. It's so gorgeous.
Mm,
And the episodes for Green December, and thank you so much for coming on, is dedicated to all our fur babies and our four-legged beautiful sentient beings who
mm,
chose to come and be with us, and have their life experience, who now love us from the Rainbow Bridge. And I
mm.
know,
Yes, it's very emotional, this.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I know you've experienced
yes.
um, this year as well. We don't have to talk about it. I would just like to acknowledge you and thank you for coming on to be
Mm,
in this energy,
mm,
because I really feel I've been doing a lot of work recently
mm,
because my beautiful girl passed
mm.
in September,
Yes, I
not
know.
long after your beautiful boy
Yeah,
passed.
yes.
And I really feel I'm here and you are here to help people turn grief into understanding.
Mm,
And I don't know if this resonates at all with you, because I don't know what else has happened for you this year. This year has been very interesting for a lot of people. And I
mm,
feel as empaths and as sensitives, we're so used to kind of cocooning and looking after everybody else,
mm,
that when it comes to something happening personally for ourselves, we don't necessarily share that because we don't want to be a burden to somebody else.
mm,
And I was told very, very strongly when Cleo passed, there was a poem that I'd written that I was trying to read it out loud to my other beautiful fur babies, and I couldn't get through it.
mm.
And I was told to go online. I was like, are you effing joking? You want me to go
Yeah.
online? And I did. And it wasn't, it, the, the reason that I did it wasn't, oh, look at me, I'm grieving. It was, I really hope that this is going to help somebody, even just
Mm,
one person, just
mm.
by me being able to express what's happening through poetry, because that's how I work.
Yeah.
And for people to know it's okay, because so many people say, not so many people, a lot of people think, oh, it's just an animal.
Mm,
We're all animals, we're all sentient beings. I just
mm.
wonder what your thoughts are on that, what your feelings are on that.
I really get chills when you told me about Cleo saying to you that you should go online, because this is exactly the same message Barco gave me.
Oh, wow.
Because and I have struggled so much to take place in my life and to get my voice heard. So I've worked a lot with this year. Start writing, but writing articles about my own trauma healing and how we have helped both the horses and ourselves and people who are visiting us.
Yeah.
So I've experienced. I didn't know what I was thinking when starting the horse sanctuary, because of course the horses will come to that age they are going to leave their physical body, and I was so terrified of dying. I have been all of my life, I've been really, really terrified of dying. So the first horse, 2 years ago, we, now we've had one horse each year the last 3 years passed away. I was
Oh,
really working with myself to be able to be with her until the end.
yes.
And her name was Ecstasia, and she was Genial's daughter, so she was very special.
Yeah.
And she was very ill in her body when she arrived here, so it was like kind of a guilt feeling that we couldn't make her well. but her body was so broke, so she had to go over the Rainbow Bridge. And I stood by her to her last breath. And her death was transformational. It was very transformational for me because I took off her blanket and I hang it on the fence. And each evening for 7 days, the blanket was on the ground. And I didn't think about it until day 7. And afterwards, it's kind of symbolic because we've learned that, on the 7th day, God made the world and everything. And I put the blanket up and I just got a feeling, okay, this is a sign from Ecstasia. She was telling me something that she's still here. She's not gone. Her soul lives on. And when I put that blanket up the 7th day, it stayed there on the fence. And I was so deeply grateful for that experience. And I told her, "No, you're free to leave if you want to." So that was kind of the first experience and I got this knowledge that the body is just a vessel for our soul. And
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter if you are a horse, a cat, a human, we're all from the same source. And that really changed my view of dying.
Wow.
And yeah, that was the beginning. And all 3 horses has been extremely difficult because, as with your beloved cat, they are family members. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it really breaks your heart to say goodbye to them. But I'm so proud of myself that I've been able to be with them to the last breath.
Yeah, that's so beautiful, and it resonates so much because it's actually a family member said to me as they all come to you, Aline,
Yeah.
because we care for cats. I mean, we have cats, and we
Mm,
also care for cats. And I've been with not just cats; I've been with other sentient beings who've come along and their last
mm,
breaths, and I've just been with them, and
mm,
that includes dragonflies, crickets, praying
mm,
mantis.
mm,
Not, they're all sentient beings. We're all sentient beings, and it's an honor. And I'd like to thank you for sharing that so beautiful about Ecstasia. Is that how
mm.
to pronounce it correctly? Ecstasia. What
Yes,
a
yes,
beautiful name.
yes.
So my beautiful Cleo, and I had a really beautiful conversation with another family member, and she used to let's not donate. She used to volunteer
Mm,
for well, she donated her time and her heart for Doberman rescue and what Rottweiler welfare.
mm,
And it's really interesting how we can almost feel like all these people have it so much together and they know exactly what to do in any given moment. And when I spoke to her about what happened with Cleo, because I was really listening to her. She was speaking to me. And then the vet said to me, "I don't like that. You need to get her to another vet. I'm not available at the moment." Instead of just taking a breath and just
mm,
being with her, because we've been meditating all day, we've been doing beautiful healing work
mm,
together, I I jumped onto his fear, unfortunately, and took her to the vet. And
mm,
I don't know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I still don't know if she may have passed peacefully in my arms or she may have passed and been really upset in my arms. I was at the vet with her, and it wasn't my vet. I didn't know anybody. And to make that decision, I mean, I was there with her.
mm,
I knew it was coming. It's
mm.
raining now
Oh,
for this fallacy. I knew it was coming, and you, when I got back from us being in a family trip um from July for 3 weeks, I had this pain going down my left shoulder all the way down my left arm. I couldn't move. I couldn't move my arm properly for 3 weeks. And it was almost as if my body was preparing for the heartache.
Yeah.
And I feel it was really important for anybody listening to this, if they have lost a loved one and they're doubting what they did. I had the most beautiful message the other day. It's like, your loved ones at the Rainbow Bridge are absolutely fine, and they love you, and they're in peace, and they know you did everything that you could. Please stop feeling guilty. Guilt is one of the most useless emotions, and it's kind of, I don't really talk about religion. I'm not religious in that sense. I'm spiritual. It's used as a tool to control people. And I feel it's so important that if anybody has a heavy heart and they're feeling guilty, or, well, why didn't I, maybe I should have done, the way I've just explained, it couldn't have happened any other way. It's accepting that it happened that way. And, I am talking about myself as well. Accepting it happened that way. I mean, the podcast is called Accepting, and allowing ourselves, once we accept that it happened that way, that's when the healing can start. That's when and it's feeling into, and it's allowing ourselves to have all those different emotions as we're going to go through it. And it's allowing ourselves, would you say, to open up when we feel like it, and to keep it to ourselves when we feel like it, without judgment. So we're not feeling guilty. We're not judging ourselves that, we should be feeling better by now, or we're just allowing ourselves, because everyone's going to have a different way. Some people may have a delayed reaction. It doesn't hit them until 3 months later, or some people may be grief stricken. A family member told me they cried for a year after one of their fur babies, and I've cried every day since September.
Yeah.
And it's a release, and it's not holding on. It's not kind of holding on to the grief, because I was thinking, okay, solstice, wonderful. So let's get the darkest night out the way, and then we can record all the beautiful episodes honouring our fur babies and our four-legged friends. And it will be a celebration. It will be, it's really raining. It will, so, I mean, often nature speaks to us. And it's just allowing ourselves, would you say?
The allowance is really, really important.
Yeah.
To ride on the waves of feelings.
Yeah. Can you step back a bit, lovely? Because I've got your eyes and your nose again.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's going to go in and out anyway. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful anyway. And it's not about perfection. I'm wearing my snow leopard onesie.
I love it. I want to onesie.
Snow leopard onesie on, because I was thinking, should I get changed? I was like, no, just be comfortable.
Yeah, that's the most important.
Yeah, and I love that it's raining. I'm not going to stop recording. It's beautiful that it's raining, actually, because raining, we know about the elements, that water is cleansing and healing. So it was almost as if, and I do, this is what I wanted to share with you. So yesterday I shared the podcast for this week, and I was told, I'm going through my conscious cocooning process myself, and it was day 18. It was I am nurturing, and I was told to share that. And Cleo was with me when I recorded. Cleo was with me with everything. Even if I was in a different room, she was around. She was with me with everything. And everything that I'd experienced, she was with me for 17 years. So I went from, she was with me my whole life in Spain. When I moved to Spain, she was just about to turn one. She just turned one, sorry. So what was so gorgeous yesterday was I was reminded, remember to say that each of the episodes are honouring our beautiful loved ones watching us over the Rainbow Bridge. As I posted it, outside there was a double rainbow in the sky.
Wow.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So you talking about how the blanket was falling and how we're given signs. We are, aren't we? We're just shown that they're still with us.
Yes, and it has grown for each horse, each heartbreak. Stella was the second horse last year, and she was extremely ill in her body, the same way as Ecstasia. But Stella was different because she didn't want to leave. She had a very hard time leaving.
Yeah.
So actually, the herd contacted Muriel in Ireland and asked her to help Stella prepare for
Wow.
death. And this was huge because Muriel she isn't a horse woman, you know. And
No.
she messaged me and said, "Your herd is in my bedroom. I don't know what they want." And at the same time, I looked outside the window, and everyone in the herd except Stella, because she was lying down, they was like standing beside her, focusing on the house. So I met their eyes when I looked out, and they were like focusing. Okay, now you're realizing something. We want you to do
Wow.
something. So that was also a really magical
That's
moment.
incredible. That's magical. Wow.
Yes, it was
Wow.
really magical. So Muriel helped me prepare Stella. He healed her for about 2 weeks, and she also had a friend in the United States who helped out. And I sat with Stella physically and talked to her. I gave her the date she was going over the Rainbow Bridge and that I would be her and everything. So we prepared her. So when the day came, uh, I held up the halter and I said, "Stella, now it's time. I'm going to be with you. The vet is coming soon," because the vet has came here each time. And she freely put her head in the halter, and we walked to the vet, and then she left her body. So it was also really beautiful because
Oh,
during this time, I was able to process all of this that you are talking about, pain in my body, uh, preparing the heart for another heartbreak, actually.
mm, mm.
But it was so peaceful and beautiful, even though it's extremely hard, of course.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's incredible. I had no idea. Of course, but we met, is it a year or so ago now? I don't
Mm,
know how long ago. And the fact that I I just love that the herd was like, right, okay,
yes,
we need to contact you. We need you to listen to us, and
yeah,
we're going to contact one of your best friends so she can
yes,
tell.
yeah,
That is, oh, that's absolutely amazing. That's so beautiful,
yeah,
and it's it's so interesting because we're going so much more towards the divine feminine, and the world is
mm,
changing. I've been vegan for 9 years, and I don't know if you've felt recently as well, especially this year. It's almost like, not that I necessarily apologized for being vegan before. I just didn't really talk about it that much. I just, am.
mm,
And actually, I've been finding, because I was given a message on the 22nd of July, Mary Magdalene's Day,
mm,
uh, not this year, last year, that
mm,
every either sunset, sunrise, or noon, or two of the three, or three of the three, one of the three, I send unconditional love out to all sentient beings all
mm,
around the world and the cosmos who do not have the choice to live the life they truly deserve. And I've been doing this for, like I said, well, I guess a year and a half now, every single day. And I mentioned it a couple of times, just online, because I was told just to tell people, and if people are inspired, then that's
mm,
really beautiful. And since I've been doing that, it's the energy of it. It's that consistency. I've actually started really sticking up for animals, really sticking
mm,
up, well, for sentient beings,
mm,
and the messages that I'm getting through, like on my Facebook, for example. I didn't know the EU were checking all the animal welfare laws. I just had a massive flash above me when I said that. I didn't know that all the animal welfare laws. I had no idea. absolutely no idea. And they're actually looking at banning cages, and I didn't know it was supposed to happen from 2023. So I found myself actually starting to research a lot more. And
Mm,
there's this amazing chap called Joey Carbstrong in the UK, and again, all the synchronicity, how it all
mm,
starts coming. And he does undercover investigations for what actually happens,
mm,
you know. And I really feel it's about transparency. And as much as, you know, I understand not everybody can be vegan, and that's possible. That's perhaps why, you know, when I went vegan at 9 years ago, everybody around me was like, "Are you getting enough protein? Are you this?" You know,
mm,
concerned. And I didn't argue, I didn't say anything, I didn't try and stick it down their throats or anything. And then just naturally, um, one of my friends said to me, said, "It's your fault, I've gone vegetarian." I said, "Well, I haven't done anything."
mm,
It's just that I'm just saying about the beautiful energy that you have. It's like this, when we focus and we feel with our hearts and we feel what feels right for us and we
mm,
connect with all
mm.
sentient beings, there's a ripple effect, isn't there? And
Yeah, it's
you
massive.
talking about, yeah, and you talking about, you know, you're writing for an incredible magazine at the moment,
Mm,
Brains magazine. So
mm.
congratulations, that's
Thank you.
really wonderful. And everybody can hear your story. You know, you're here to share your story.
Mm,
So I know, because you're sharing so much in the articles, I just wanted to kind of get a little bit more personal. So if there's anything you don't want to
mm. It's
share
okay.
on this, let me know and we'll cut it out.
Mm.
So I just really felt it would be really beautiful to share our, you know, the way you've described with Stella, with Ecstasia, is and with Barco. Would you like to
Mm.
talk about Barco? Can you talk about Barco?
Yes, yes, I can talk about. I'm sitting uh, where they rest because we have a place at
Oh,
the sanctuary, so they are with me now. So it feels
oh
really,
wow.
really beautiful.
Really beautiful.
So Barco was
I can
the two
feel him
girls.
here.
Yeah, the two girls were extremely hard, but Barco was the hardest so far because it was a total shock.
Yeah.
Uh, we didn't expect this to happen, and when it happened, we were so convinced that he was going to manage, that
Yeah.
he was going to be all right. I was so calm. The herd was so calm. Everyone was so calm, and of course, it happened on a Friday evening. He was ill, so we had not the ordinary veterinarian who could take care of him. It was this, team who is working on weekends and so on, and they have the whole county, so they cannot be here as quick as they normally are. So when we get the first veterinarian out, she said he was going to be all right, but then in the night, Mats slept in the stable, and Genial was with Barco because they were best friends. But he was a lot worse during the night, and when we called the veterinarian once again, it took so long before she came here. And when she came here, she said, it's not possible to save his life because he will not uh, handle transportation to surgery place.
Mm.
So in 5 minutes, we had to, what I was thinking, prepare Genial to say goodbye to his best friend for 12 years. And it was horrible.
Mm.
And, but then something happened because it was so calm all the way. And for the first time, I experienced that I actually could have contact with the horse that had passed. And he has been with me ever since, daily in dreams, in messages, in guiding, and about the guilt. I felt I couldn't save him, he has told me that, excuse me, but I also have a free will.
Yeah.
So you didn't consider that maybe it was time for me to go, that I chose to go. And that was kind of turning everything around in my head, because
Yeah.
of course they have a free will. And it maybe
Absolutely.
sounds
And a choice.
strange.
Yeah.
It maybe sounds strange, but for the time being, Muriel also was here visiting.
Mm. Mm.
And it was horrible that she had to experience this, of course, with his death, but somehow afterwards, I actually have wondered if they orchestrated everything, because
I'm,
without her being here, I don't know how we had managed through, because
yeah.
it was such a shock. We were
Yeah.
not prepared for it.
100%. I am such, and thank you so much for sharing. I am such a believer that when we all come, we have our arrival date, we have our leaving date, and the same for all sentient beings. You know, uh, as you know, I study with Christos D. Perry and Foster Perry, and Foster
Mm,
Perry is an incredible shaman, and Christos D. Perry is an incredible magician and seer. And when Cleo passed, Christos said to me, she's just telling everybody what, she just lived like a queen.
mm,
And I remember having the conversation with her in France, because I looked at her in July, and I knew, we just know.
yeah.
Um, and I said to her, "Are you going to be okay to stay with me until 19?" Meaning 19 years
Mm,
old.
mm,
She left the house on the 19th of September.
wow.
Um, she passed on the month after my birthday. She passed on the 18th of September.
Mm,
And one of my questions, and I keep getting the question, I keep getting the answer, well, it couldn't have happened any other way. It was always going
mm,
to be that date. It was my
yeah.
choice. And because I go into one of my shadows is, oh, have I done it wrong?
Mm,
And the answer that I continually get is, if you hadn't have gone to the vet, something else would have happened.
yeah.
It would have happened. Whatever was going to happen, it was going to be that day. And I had the vision of how you beautifully prepared all your gorgeous sentient beings, the herd, for the passing. I had it envisioned that the vet would come. I'd have her. I'd have all of our fur family together, and she'd pass
Mm,
gently. And because it happened so differently,
mm,
I suppose it's a similar.
yeah.
Um, and as I'm talking, I've got Meowie, who's coming up to say hello.
Mm,
Who's come to give me a cuddle. Hello,
mm,
sweetheart.
wonderful.
Hi. And I feel what you're saying, because
Mm,
it's not, because it happened so quickly.
yeah.
Um, I'd messaged the vet in the morning and said, "This has happened. Please, can you come and see her?" He didn't have a car. He couldn't come and see her, and I
Mm,
didn't want to put her in the car, which
mm,
was, I really felt, not putting her in the car. And without going into all the whys and wherefores, because we don't need to go into that, it was just, I feel I was being prepared, because the night before, I had a back treatment. She was in the room with me,
mm,
and as I finished, she fell into my arms and gave me
mm,
great big cuddles and said, "Oh, you're feeling so much better. That's great," because
mm,
we'd been to the vet 2 days before to have something removed from her ear.
mm,
And as I had this thought, that she was feeling much better, I think that's when something happened,
mm,
because it was almost like, I'm trying to just love you,
mm,
and I don't know how to explain this, because this is just coming to me now.
mm,
Um, it's almost like she was saying, when I had that thought, oh, she's feeling so much better. Yeah, we've got until she's 19 years old. Brilliant. She'll be here
mm,
for my 50th. Fabulous.
mm,
She was there for my 40th. My only my only condition for my 40th birthday, celebrating with my family, was that Cleo was there.
Mm.
And so where we went, she was with us, and it's like there has to be an apartment where she's allowed to be. And so I was, I'd had the conversation, yes, you'll be here for my 50th. And then when she fell into me, and there was just so much love, she was always doing that. It was
Mm.
beautiful. Um, and I just, and then she moved, or I needed to move. I think, and this is my other thing, I didn't take her out for the sunset because I just
Mm.
wanted her to rest. And that's the other thing. Why didn't I take her out for the sunset? So when I came back, and also, why did I go out for the sunset? Why didn't I just stay with her and cuddle
Mm.
her? So when I came back in and she went to walk on my lap, I just moved my legs so she could sit over me. And then there was this moment where she didn't want to continue coming, and she just stopped.
Mm.
And now I look at that, what you're saying about how the herd contacted Muriel,
Mm.
I almost feel if I'd had a Muriel, if Muriel
Mm.
had known, they
Mm.
might have contacted her as well,
Yeah.
or you, or anybody, because I was almost in that kind of denial
Mm.
where there was I wouldn't say it was maybe a numbness, because I didn't want to, because I'd convinced myself that she was okay. It was
Yeah.
like, actually,
Yeah.
I'm not, so I'm going to have to show you that I'm not okay.
Mm.
And then throughout that night, she was on my bed, and then she wasn't right next to me, though. She was on the edge of the bed, and then she moved over, and where I have all my spiritual work, I have a spiritual mat. She was lying in the spiritual mat.
Mm.
And it wasn't until the following day when she showed me the complete signs.
Mm.
And I lifted her up, I washed her, and I lifted her up, and we just lay on my bed listening to beautiful meditations. And oh, it's all right, Meowie. Somebody's walking past. Um, yeah, so I'm going off in a bit of a tangent. What I'm saying is thank you for reminding me of this, because absolutely about free will, and I've heard this
Mm.
so much,
Mm.
and I've just been reminded that for whatever reason, I was kind of cocooned
Mm.
to not realize until it was really suddenly the next day,
Mm.
even though she may have been showing me signs, but not showing me signs, because there wasn't anything physically going on that I could see.
Mm.
I just knew that she was further away, and I was just thinking, oh, she doesn't want to be next to me then. Oh, okay, fair enough. Without actually feeling into, that's really not like her,
Mm.
So I suppose us having this conversation, and I hope it helps other people realize that our bodies will do whatever is necessary to keep us safe and to keep us calm. And if that means a moment of delusion,
Mm.
then that's what's going to happen, if that's the best way to help us. Because I'd been in a situation in July where there were family arguments, and I'd come
Mm.
back not feeling brilliant, and I thought that my arm like that, and Cleo was there with me as well. And when I was having a discussion with one of the family members, she actually came between us. She came right up to me like this,
Mm. Protecting.
um, completely protecting.
Mm.
And then when I was talking about it in a group and I was crying, she was here. She was just right up next to me.
Mm.
And so it's almost as if it was like, okay, I'm going to be here with you for this, and then
Mm.
it's my time.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't think this will go out. It's feeling, it's just you saying that has kind of given me a little bit of a realization. Well, it's turning grief into understanding, and as much as I
Yes.
felt that I have been doing that, I haven't really had, apart from the conversation I had with a family member for nearly 2 hours
Mm.
a week after Cleo passed, I haven't really spoken like this.
Mm.
So thank
Thank
you.
you.
No, thank you.
And
Really, really.
I'm talking to Marco each day,
Yeah.
sometimes several times a day, and I've come to this understanding that it's only through heartbreaks we can expand our capacity to love,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we have to have this capacity to understand the oneness, that
Yeah.
everything is we are one. Every trees, every pet, plants, humans, we are from the same source, and his death brought me to this, that I see everything different now. I kind of recognize the plants in the bathroom when I enter the bathroom, and I thank them for giving me fresh air, and
Gorgeous.
it was such an awakening for me, actually.
This is why I really wanted to be outside.
Yeah, I
Because
understood that.
I adore I adore nature, and this is the tree of love. I don't know if you can see. There's a
Oh,
heart
it's
in it.
wonderful.
And this is where Cleo and I were here together, and I have my medicine wheel. I've actually opened up the medicine
Mm,
wheel for our conversation.
mm,
So I didn't know where it was going to go, and it was really funny because the recording wasn't working. It
yeah.
wasn't working at all, and I was trying to just do an intro
Mm.
to introduce you, and it's like, well, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And it was almost like, well, no, we're not going to work until you're both together.
Mm. Yeah.
And then when I sent you the message saying, for some reason, it keeps saying it's not recording, so please can you let me know you're getting these messages? And then as I made that decision, it allowed me to start recording. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible, and I know it's Gaia, it's Cleo, it's the Fae, it's
Mm.
Hecate, it's all it's Lilith and her sisters. It's all elements. You're talking about oneness, and it really is about oneness. And I go back to what I was saying before about how as empaths, as sensitive beings, and I talk from my point of view, um, it's feeling so much,
Mm.
and I'm never gonna not feel.
Mm.
And I received the message this morning because I was working with a really beautiful spirit this morning, who is Mother Nature, basically.
Mm.
And I was in the ritual and just got the messages that and I've heard this so much, and the message was that instead of worrying about how it's something along the line, I can't remember it exactly because I didn't write it down, I just felt it. It was something about, instead of worrying about how you're going to feel after you've gone out into the world, because I always come back, have a shower,
Mm.
go out as
Mm.
yourself, go out as
Yes.
completely yourself.
Yes.
And yesterday, one of my family members, we needed to go to the hospital,
Mm.
and as you know, it was the morning after solstice,
Mm.
and I was woken up. I came into the medicine wheel. I greeted the sunrise, and yesterday was I am nurturing. And as I said to you, I shared that
Mm.
episode with everybody because I was told to. It was complete nurturing
Mm.
yesterday, and I had some. I'd left some water in the bath, and there was new moon energy in the bath, so I added the hot water. Had this
Mm.
beautiful nurturing experience to prepare myself to go out into into the world to go and get
Mm.
a hospital appointment for my family member. Oh wow!
Mm.
Can you hear the
Wow,
blackbird?
I can hear it.
Yeah. Actually, no, it's not a blackbird. It's a woodpecker.
Mm.
And woodpecker is shamanic drumming. It's reminded you to get more into your shamanism. So I'm being told, like, get back to your shamanism.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
We saw an eagle at the winter solstice, and it's very rare. We see
Oh
eagles
wow,
over
that's the
here, but
soul.
it
Oh
was
my
it was
goddess.
right over our land here, and it was really magnificent.
Wow. That's so beautiful. On my birthday, there were 13 eagles in the sky. It's just
Wow.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
one of my family members counted them. Was like, oh my goddess.
Yeah.
Not this birthday actually. Not this year. Last year. Yeah,
Mm.
they were in the sky last year. Sorry, I'm looking up because the pigeons are always around
Mm.
for messages. Yeah, that's why I love being outside, because
Yeah.
it's just constant messages. So you also help people as well, don't you, my lovely? You invite people to come to your sanctuary and work with the horses. Do you want
Yes.
to talk a little bit about that and how they heal and how
Yeah,
they guide us?
it started actually with, or several years ago, because people who come here and visit the herd, they feel they are very different from other horses because they have
Yeah.
been through so much pain, and they now hold light for others to help them to go through their challenges.
Mm.
And you can really feel it. But this, in the beginning of this year, my husband Mats was very sick in exhaustion syndrome. And I don't know how it is in your country, but in Sweden, they want to give you medication and send you back to work as soon as possible. And
Yeah.
uh, the routine, the procedure was the same here after 2 weeks. And he was, he had, his heart was beating way too fast and he couldn't sleep, and had every symptoms that's really worrying. They told him that, and he said, "No, I will not take medicine." And I said to Mats, "We can ask the horses. We ask the herd if they want to help us." So
Mm.
I rolled him out on a wagon. I put him on a mattress on a wagon in the pasture, and I felt that, okay, let's see what happens. And the extraordinary was that the horses came because they were freely to come, and they were free to go if they wanted to. But we did this several times, and each time it was different horses who joined. And when he, for example, described before that, okay, today I have a pain in my heart, some of the horses really stood with the muscle on his heart until he was feeling better. So we actually started a new kind of, I don't like to say service, but I can't find the word in English right now. But
Service is beautiful because you're being
mm,
in service.
yeah,
Why do you not like that? Just out of interest, why don't you like that word?
no, because I feel that we have to really remind ourselves that the horses is not in our service. They have free will to
Oh, I
participate in
thought
it.
you were providing a service. Yeah, no, absolutely. There are guides. They're all
They
our
are guides,
guides.
exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Do
but
you
we've
want to step
had,
back a little bit? Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Your nose again. I don't want to interrupt you, and then I just thought there's a moment.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I want to put my nose in everything. uh, no, so it's important for me to say that the horses participate of free will as
Yeah,
guides. But when we,
yeah,
when we talk about it, we say this is, come and try horse healing.
yeah,
But they are still able to walk away if they want to, and there are different horses who join.
yeah.
But for 10 months, he has fully recovered without medicine, with the help of horse healing. And we have, of course, looked at some of its root causes,
Mm,
um, his challenges to have healthy boundaries, for example. We've all
mm.
had these kind of issues, I believe. Uh, and now he's working again. So
Beautiful.
this herd and this place is perfect place to heal,
Yeah,
both mentally and physically. And
yeah.
that's what we're going to develop here, I think.
Gorgeous. That's so beautiful. My dream is to have my cat sanctuary, and again to because Cleo was always healing. She was the biggest healer.
Mm,
Um, when I went away, when I lived in Barcelona, I went away uh, for a week, I think it was, to see family for Christmas.
mm,
And my friends in the apartment block looked after her. And they came back and said, "Did you know that Cleo's a feng shui master?" I was like, "Yep." And they said that she went to every single apartment, and
Mm.
she was going up and down the stairs, and she went to every single apartment. And you know how cats do this? You know, they put their hands up on the wall and then they do that.
Yeah.
That's she was doing that. And I think they said that they went into the bathroom. This isn't very nice. And they said there were some cockroaches, and cockroaches are about fear. That's
Mm.
that's their
Yeah.
symbolism. And she was just just sort of dealing with the cockroaches for them. Um, and yeah, and then they left. The cockroaches left. She
Mm.
was feng shuiing the whole apartment building. Whenever, and at the end, she would always lie across my meridian here. She was always
Mm.
lying across here. That's why I've changed my
Mm.
slowly. I'm changing my photograph as to
Mm.
honor her
Mm.
passing. First of all, it was her. Then it's the back of her. So it's like
Mm.
allowing her to
Mm.
to be on the other plane.
Mm.
And I was in. She was speaking to me as well. I was in ritual the other day. I was actually in my Akashic records,
Mm.
and it just came. She came through at the end. She said, "Please stop grieving me."
Mm.
Just came through. That was the last sentence. I was with my Akashic team, asking for a healing
Mm.
on that occasion, and it was just the last words that came through, and it was Cleo, "Mummy, please stop grieving me."
Mm.
So I really feel you obviously are here to help
Mm.
so many.
Mm.
And I kept getting the message as well that I should, not should, maybe it was your horses
Yeah.
speaking to me,
They are
saying,
around here also.
yeah, I kept getting the message a couple of weeks ago, you have to go and visit Ylwa. You have to
Mm.
go there.
Yeah.
And it was before, I was in the house on my own for 4.5 months, and it was before the people who were in the house came back, and it was before they came back. I was like, "You're going to be there. We think you should go there in December."
Mm.
Okay, don't worry. I know that's not happening. It was just really, really strong, So I was
Mm.
like, right, okay. And then I thought, well, I want to speak. I'd like to speak to you anyway. Whether
Mm.
any of this goes out, you let me know.
Mm.
Because it might be useful for people to hear, not necessarily a whole conversation, because I know I'm tangenting a lot, especially everything that you've said, and to just help people to know that just sharing
Mm.
and not holding it all in. I completely understand, because been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, that sometimes we don't want to talk about it.
Mm.
Sometimes we just want to be, and then if there's people out there who are going through something that can't talk about it, I would say go into nature, get in contact with Ylwa, go to a sanctuary, be
Mm.
with the best guides in the world.
Mm.
That I hugely believe that many of us have chosen to come and help
Mm.
the world, help Mother Nature, and to be of service
Mm.
ourselves and be guided by nature, be guided, because I was watching something the other day and I don't understand it. I do not understand battery farming. I do not understand the killing of animals. I don't understand it. There's nothing in my makeup that understands how that's okay. And I'm not doing a holier than thou, I'm vegan. It's like I physically, emotionally, it's absurd. I don't understand it.
Mm.
It's so alien to me. My nickname was Alien when I was younger. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. And so, my dream is to have a cat sanctuary, and that
Mm.
people come to heal. And the same as you said, it's up to the cats if they want to come
Mm.
or not.
Mm.
Um, and for people just to understand that nature is the best healer. And the way you've just spoken about Matt, in 10 months he's
Mm.
been healed by nature. The root core of shamanism, by the way, is
Mm.
getting to the root problem. That is shamanism. What you've
Okay.
described is shamanism. And that is what it's all about. It's getting to not the symptoms. You know, you've
Mm.
already said it beautifully.
Yeah.
It's not the symptoms. It's getting to what is that cause. So what is that deep down? And that's the deep work I do as well. And obviously you do so beautifully. It's actually taking away all of those masks, taking away
Mm.
all of those I'm fine, taking all of those brick walls of I'm going to come out into the world with my mask on. This is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling wonderful. When
Mm.
actually the reality is nothing like that. It's not about being doom and gloom. It's about being honest. And today,
Yes.
my process, by the way, conscious cocooning, today is day 19 and it's I am honest.
Mm. It's
And the
wonderful.
action for today is to tell the truth with everything. So perhaps that's why I've just shared absolutely everything.
Mm. It
And I
totally
do
makes
feel,
sense.
yeah, and I do feel it's so important that before anything else, we're just honest with ourselves.
Mm.
Like, how am I actually feeling?
Mm.
Honestly, how am I actually feeling? I'm feeling happy. Okay, brilliant. I'm feeling a bit pissed off. Okay, well, let's look at that. Why?
Mm.
Why are you pissed off? Why did you react like that? Why did you react rather than act? What's your body trying to tell you?
Mm.
Because I'm also going through the perimenopause. You know, as so many women are and so many women have been through. And again, I feel with with the world going much more towards the divine feminine, there's a really beautiful group called My Voice, My Choice for the past 3 years. And this is what happened as well. I didn't know anything about them. About a
Mm.
month ago, 3 weeks ago, it came up on my feed. And it was, and I had no idea that all women in Europe didn't have the option of abortion. I had
Mm.
no idea that in Italy, in Malta, in other countries, the doctors will not help them to the detriment of their health. You know, and
Mm.
women have died because they haven't been able to have that choice.
Mm.
Or some women have had to go to other countries. The cats are going bananas now. So I do really feel we're not all just. I'm just saying that as we really start feeling into our authentic selves and who we really, really are,
Mm.
it's not pushing, it's allowing. And we see
Exactly.
signs everywhere, and we see signs of what our values and our beliefs are. Because when this is my personal opinion, when we are really holding to our values and our beliefs, that's when we start seeing signs. And I've just
Mm.
seen really gorgeous colours around you as well.
Yeah. And colors, these fantastic or northern lights we have here.
Borealis.
Yes,
Is that?
exactly. That's the word. I think of Barco when
Yeah.
because it has been extremely beautiful this year, and I see him, galloping over the sky, and Muriel sent us a picture of Barco
Oh,
galloping in
wow.
the colors of the Northern Lights, and she didn't know uh, that I'm thinking of this. So
Mm,
in Ireland, she painted Barco galloping in the Northern Lights, and we think of him each evening we see the Northern Lights and
mm,
get the same message as Cleo
mm,
brought to you. Don't grieve me.
mm,
I'm still here,
mm.
So
I'm
that's
in your
beautiful.
heart. Yeah, that's
Yes.
so beautiful. And I didn't realize they were with the Northern Lights. I saw your unwrapping,
Mm.
and I thought and I felt that's just the most beautiful, beautiful gift. And the fact
Mm.
that you were seeing what she painted, that's
Yes.
friendship.
Yes. And she
That's
couldn't possibly have
beautiful.
known because I didn't tell
No,
her.
no. Wow, that's
So a
so
lot
beautiful.
of synchronicities, and the herd has been contacted a lot of shamanic people this year actually for some reason, and a woman whom I didn't know about contacted me and said, okay, this might sound a little bit crazy, but your horses have contacted me. And I said, no, actually, it does not sound crazy.
Crazy at
Nothing,
all.
nothing surprised me anymore. So what have they told you to do? And she told me, I need to come and visit. So she was here. We had never met before. She walked into our home and she stopped, looked outside the window, and the horses did exactly the same as when I saw them contact Muriel. They just stood and looked at her, focusing. And she got the message that because she was studying some kind of leadership in you don't say high school, uh, higher education in leadership, something.
Okay.
And she got,
Your
yeah. So she got the message that she would contact ingenious people around the world to, tell the stories. The storytelling is extremely important, how they
yeah,
live near nature, near the animals. So
yeah,
she's also doing some kind of shamanic, you know, trip in this life, obviously, from
yeah,
being in leadership education. So
yeah.
she, it's so many things that has happened this year, and I'm not surprised of anything anymore.
It's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. No, I, I, I love that for you, and the fact that we were just talking about values and beliefs and how everything shows up. I went to what I thought was just a meeting on behalf of one of my family members who wasn't here, and I ended up sticking up for rabbits and cats.
Mm.
So it's just being shown who we are, I feel,
Yeah.
and it's being shown. Yeah, that's so beautiful. And as you were talking, I just got the message, yes, Aline, the herd contacted you.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The herd yes, yeah, yeah.
They who are still here in their bodies, they are looking at me right now, so they confirm
Oh,
it.
oh. I can feel them. It's amazing because quite a few years ago, there was a lady that I knew who worked with horses, and I actually visited, and I was with the horses, and
Mm,
I just loved it. I loved it so much, just being with
mm,
them. I sang with them, put my hands on them,
mm,
and then I had somebody gave me a reading, a distant reading, and this is years ago, and they said you're going to work with wild animals. I was like,
mm,
really? So I
mm,
don't know whatever shape or form that's going to look.
mm.
I just accept at whatever time or moment that's going to come up. So I suppose you can call cats who just turn up out the blue wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the wonderful with animals and horses especially because that's the kind of species I'm, getting really in touch with.
Yeah.
They are sensing what we are not showing.
Yes. Yeah.
So they are very good guides in healing processes or in coaching as well because
Yeah.
um, they show me what the person is feeling without the person telling me. So I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
I can, through them ask the right questions.
Yeah. It sounds like Cleo.
Yeah.
And well, actually, and all the other cats, because I don't know if you've found this as well. There's been quite a lot of changes in the roles, because obviously they're adapting. Cleo, Coco, and Tigre. Cleo was here for all of their lives,
Mm,
so they're adapting, and I'm finding. I mean, they're by my side. They're lying
mm,
around me
mm,
at night on the bed, like really
mm,
close. They're kind of
mm,
that in this little trio around me because
mm,
Mr. G arrived a year before, and they do. So their behaviour as well. So if there's something happening, and if you're in a shared house, and your sentient being, your guides are
mm,
what people would say playing up
mm,
or being aggressive or peeing somewhere. They're just
mm.
showing you that there's something a bit imbalanced
Yes.
with what's going on with you. And I remember when I was with this lady and I was with the horses, it was mirror work. And
Mm,
so it was so there was no horse riding. It wasn't anything like that. I went with the herd,
mm,
and that was my favorite part, was in the herd in the wild. And there's a video of me under a tree and then them all coming over. And then we were in the kind of circle, if you like, that was at the stables.
mm,
So this wasn't in the herd. It's a pigeon coming down, and it was communicating by just standing and just communicating with a heart connection to get this. It was a stallion,
mm,
to get the stallion, and actually it's quite dangerous. To get the stallion to move without doing much at all. And there was a really beautiful moment. There's a really beautiful connection, because I fell off a horse when I was 17 and
mm,
hadn't been back on.
mm,
And it was just a few years before that I went horse riding with my family, and I absolutely loved it. And I got on. I just felt this instant connection as I sat with this beautiful horse, and I just felt really comfortable, and I didn't feel remotely scared. I did feel a little anxious when I was, in this ring with the person on the outside, and just me and the stallion, who
mm,
could be a little bit temperamental.
mm,
So it was really interesting for me what was being shown, and fear came up, and boundaries came up. It was a really beautiful experience and scary experience. And what I'm saying, the reason I'm saying this, is the way that you're organizing it is just natural and gorgeous and gentle. And for me personally, when I'm with any kind of healing, it has to be natural and gentle, and
mm,
nothing where the other person feels uncomfortable,
mm,
even though emotions may come up, like physically uncomfortable, I'm talking
mm,
about.
mm.
So I just love what you're offering, what you're listening to. Your herd is using you as the channel to get through to
Yes.
everybody else.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. So I'll share all your details so people can get in touch with you, can read your
Mm.
articles, watch your journey, be involved. And thank you. Thank you for you, my gorgeous.
And thank
Just
you,
so
Aline. I
lovely.
really, really enjoyed talking to you. I missed you.
I
I hope
missed you.
we can talk soon again.
You've just, you've gone frozen. So,
Okay.
um, yeah. No, we will talk again. I don't know.
Mm.
Are you cold, by the way? Because I'm feeling to bring it to a close.
Yes, actually, I'm starting to get a
Yeah,
little bit
I
cold.
just got the message. You need to close it now. She's
Yeah,
cold.
that's good. Thank you, Gaia.
So and I start to cough as well. So
Yeah.
I've missed you as well. I mean, this isn't going to go out there. I've missed you. I have missed
Mm.
everybody. I did need to step back a bit, because
Yeah.
not from, it was just from the group, because there was I actually left the group.
Mm.
I've left various Facebook.
You don't need to explain. I've also been kind of a hermit this year.
Yeah, because I mean, you'll understand this, because there's empaths and then there's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And and I found, we did the Christmas thing last year, which was really lovely. But I almost felt like I was holding the energy of the entire group rather
Mm.
than participating.
Mm.
I was kind of holding everybody's energy to entertain
Mm.
everybody.
Mm.
Um, and not that that's a criticism. I mean, I've kind of, that's been my mask, if you like, through life,
Mm.
is to show up how I think people want to see me. So, and it was one of my, and Christos, one of my spiritual
Mm.
mentors, said, any group that you're with, or anything that you like or you heart or anything, you're attaching to the energy of the people.
Mm.
So, because I didn't know everybody in the group as well as others, I just thought, well, I need to leave. It doesn't want to stop recording. I'm here for hours. Okay. Well, maybe I need to listen. So I've just put record on there. So for
Okay.
some reason, this message needs to go out as well. You need
Okay.
to go inside. I know you're cold.
Yeah, but I can talk as I walk slowly. Yeah, they heard they have been so different after Marcus' death from the girls passing. They have been so calm. So it was like they knew.
Yeah.
All of them knew that he was going, and actually Muriel took a picture of him the day before or the same day, and he looked so sad, Marco. You can see that okay, I've decided to go, but it's going to be tough, you know.
Yeah.
It was really, it has been really special this time. They have acted differently, all of them.
Well, I'm experiencing my first time. So, and Tigray, for a couple of days, or the day that she wasn't feeling well, he wouldn't come in. He was just lying under the other tree, not this one, the one that's to my left behind. So there's
Hmm.
5 old trees in the garden, and he was just lying there. And when I brought her back, I would never share these photographs because they're personal. When I brought her back, I put her on the chair because
Hmm.
the vet tried to say to me, "You're not taking her." I was like, "Really? I
Hmm.
don't think so." So I brought her back and I just gently placed her on the chair, and he jumped up on the chair and kissed her.
Oh.
So it was beautiful afterwards, you know.
Hmm.
And I do feel that probably her. In fact, as I'm talking, Tigray's coming.
Hmm.
I think maybe Tigray just wanted to come and meet you, and maybe this will
Yeah.
end up being audio rather than video because you're still going to have the energy. You don't need to see, you
Hmm.
know, that people are going to feel this. I think it
I
doesn't
think
need
so
to
as
be
well.
video.
And I'm
And
walking towards the herd as well because
oh,
I get a feeling that they wanted to say something or just show
okay,
up.
I'd love that. Love to meet the herd.
So here is
So thank you,
Basse.
Barco, Saskia, and Stella.
Here is Basse. What?
Hello, beautiful. Oh, you're amazing. Hi. I was just shown a mirror.
Hi. You want to say hello to Aline?
Hi.
You want to say hello to Aline? This
I've
is
got the most
Genia.
beautiful warmth in my throat and my heart. Who's this?
This is Genia, 29 years
Thank
old.
you. Oh, look at you.
He has
Hello,
been with me
gorgeous.
for 19 years. He's been in
Oh,
my
wow.
life. And this is
Hello, gorgeous.
Zeta. and
I'm
this,
only seeing their eyes. It's really
yeah.
interesting. I'm only seeing their eyes. And they're
this
like,
is
yeah, you better get
this
here
is
then.
the here is Queen White Nose. Queen, the only queen.
Hello, Queen.
So they wanted to say hello to you, and now they have done it.
They're looking at me like, hurry up. All I got from them was, yeah, all right, yeah, we know. Just get on with it.
Buzz is Buzz
Wow.
is Buzz is talking. He's you want to talk.
Hi. Are you talking? Hello. Thank you so much for you. Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
love you
Oh,
too.
look at that mouth. Hi. What's
Mm,
he saying? Oh, is he giving you a
yes,
kiss?
sending love. Oh no. Yeah.
I've been told to be quiet a moment, so I'm going to be quiet a moment and listen.
You want to say something, Basse? You want to say something to Aline? Hmm. He ended up with us because the world thought he was dangerous, and you see how dangerous he is.
Do you know what he's just told me? He's just shown me a black stallion galloping around and has just said to me, "You need to start standing up for us. You need to get on
Yeah,
with it." And as I'm saying this, Tigray's behind me. Was it Tigray? Oh, it's Coco. Coco's behind me, padding on my arm and my back. I mean, I have got a
hmm.
furry throat, to be fair. Um, so I've just been kind of seen to saying like, stand on your soapbox, start
Yeah,
start speaking up for us. That's just what I got, because I got an image of the of running, of the galloping, and then it was like, animals need you. That was
yeah.
just like, animals need you. Wow.
I
Wow.
think this resonates really well because the horses are direct when they talk,
Yeah.
and you can feel sometimes that some of them are more direct than others. Barco can say
You
to
see her.
me,
She's coming on my back.
"Oh, yeah, there." Barker can say to me sometimes, "Get yourself together." So they are very direct, and
That's brilliant. It's like, animals need you. It's like, because it's funny, because I was saying to you, wasn't I? I've been having all of um these campaigns, and I'm talking more about animal cruelty and how I just don't understand
mm,
how people can kill animals. Um, and it's and I think before it was that kind of like fitting in so you don't upset anybody. F that.
yeah,
F that. It's
you should just speak your truth.
Yeah, and this is really interesting because it's all about, I am honest today, and I do speak my truth. What I don't, and I talk about self love and self acceptance and how, as empaths, and I take people through guided journeys. And what I've been doing more and more recently is actually just sharing journeys,
Mm,
because that's how it's inner work. I know I'm here to help people with inner work, and I know I'm here to help people create the inner work on the outside so we can all live a beautiful, harmonious life, quite
yeah,
frankly.
and it was really wonderful actually because when I stood with Basse,
Mm-hmm.
he put his muscle on my head, and he
I
stood
saw
there.
that. I
Yeah,
saw that. Yeah.
and
What was
he
that
stood.
about?
Uh, he felt something.
Yeah.
Maybe that I'm
Really like,
connected. I'm connected, and he felt
I
it. So
said to
he
you,
put.
they're using you as the channel. The fact that he was on
Yeah,
top of your head,
yeah,
just like completely channeling.
yeah, yeah. It's wonderful, and he has a grounding role in the herd.
No,
So
okay.
maybe he needed maybe some of the connection.
Yeah. And then, because also, I came out this morning because after I'd connected with the beautiful spirit this morning, I was a bit like, oh, I've got to do this, got to do this, I need to have a shower, I need to do that. It's like, just go outside, Aline,
Yeah,
open the wheel, and then
yeah,
what's your intention? Be grounded and honest, right? Fine. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, good. Thank you
yeah,
very much.
yeah. I think this will be a lovely episode.
Yeah,
I
I think
really enjoyed talking to you.
I really loved talking to you as well. I will go through, and if there's anything um, not to be shared, then I'll be told. I kind of feel it will all be shared. And just it's a really different episode, because although many times I'll ask people, what's your story, how did this happen, it just feels to talk about where you are at the moment. And thank you for sharing that, because it's
Hmm.
about being in the present, it's about being honest. And like I said, I've got my snow leopard onesie on, and my hair hasn't been dyed for quite a while.
You look beautiful.
You look
It's about the
beautiful.
inner glow. It shines through
It's
the inner glow.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to see your face was because I thought it was going to be video, but sometimes it's just your nose and your mouth. So I'll be guided whether it's video and audio or just audio. And mind you, the horses would like to be seen. So do you know what? It can be both. And if you're
Yeah.
okay, because that sometimes
Yeah.
it.
I'm totally okay.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I don't want to go, but it's been so gorgeous speaking to you.
Yes.
So
I
lovely.
feel it in I feel uplifted and I feel it in my whole
Yeah,
body that this was a really
I
good
do.
conversation.
This was a really beautiful conversation. And when I met you, I kept saying to you, you've got to meet my friend Suzanne, who actually I'm
Mm,
going to be speaking to just after Christmas.
yeah.
And and then it's almost like, well, actually, I think I'm just supposed to go there. And I do feel that you can do loads of beautiful work with Suzanne anyway. That's still, she's a horse whisperer, as are you.
Mm,
That goes without saying. And I just felt so strongly when I met you, it was really important for you to meet her. And then everything that we've all been through since
mm.
is like, okay, now it's like Bass is saying, okay, you're back on your path now. I'm really glad you're
Yeah.
talking. Get on with it. And I had the feeling when I met you that I would be organising retreats in your
Yeah.
beautiful sanctuary. And I've never
Wow.
told you that. I had that feeling
Mm.
um, really strongly, really strongly. So, anyway, I'm just saying it. I've said it. There we go. Today's
Yeah.
I'm honest. And we'll speak really soon, my gorgeous.
Yeah. And you will
It's
have
been.
a beautiful Christmas. We were thinking about you.
Well, I wish you Yule blessings. Have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas. Lots and lots and lots of blessings for you all, for all your family,
Yeah.
all your
Thank you.
for all your family on the Rainbow Bridge who are still with
Mm.
you. And
Yeah.
just thank you, you gorgeous. Really, really thank you for you. You're amazing.
You're amazing, Julie. Thank you so much. Lots of love and light.